Hey Built to Win Nation, it's Amy Weir. I'm a 4-time NCAA national team qualifier and a 3-time NCAA top 3 finisher with my team. I am currently a gymnast at the University of Missouri. Welcome to Built to Win. Today I'm taking you inside of my journey, the highs, the setbacks, the lessons, and what drives me every single day. Let's get into it. My schedule fluctuates on a day-to-day basis, but on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, my schedule stays the exact same. I get up, I go to gym, and we practice for a couple of hours. After gym, I head to the dining hall, get some lunch. I go home, I take a shower, freshen up really quickly, let my dog out, and I head to work after that, and I work for a couple of hours. After work, I go home, and my dog is usually really crazy when I get home, so I'll take her for a walk, or I'll take her to the dog park depending on the weather and depending on how much school I have that day. And then I'll do homework for the rest of the evening, and after that, I go to bed. My favorite thing about being a student athlete at Mizzou in the gym is the culture and environment that we have created. We work really hard and we hold each other accountable. And when it's time to lock in, we lock in, but also we have a lot of fun while doing it, which I'm really able to appreciate. And I just love being with my teammates. They're very uplifting and they're always super supportive. All the resources that we have available to us, there's always someone willing to help you and support you through whatever it is that you need, whether it be academics, athletics, career-wise, and mental health-wise. There's always somebody there that's helping me and pushing me to be the best version of myself. Something that's a little bit interesting about me as a college gymnast is that Mizzou is the only official visit that I've ever been on. The first time around of getting recruited, it was during COVID, so I wasn't able to go on any visits. And then when I was transferring, this is the only visit I went on, and I knew this is where I wanted to go. I would describe the culture of Mizzou gymnastics as very unique and authentic. We're all empowered every single day to be who we are and share our perspectives with each other, which definitely makes us stronger as a team. And not only that, we're very genuine towards each other. We want the best for each other every single day. In the gym, I bring a sense of calmness and a consistent attitude. Under pressure, I do get very nervous and I can feel overwhelmed occasionally, but I'm very good at internalizing that and not showing it on the outside, and then calming myself down and finding my inner peace. And I feel like I'm very good at sharing that with others. And then obviously there's a lot that goes on outside of the gym that can be stressful, but I'm very good at compartmentalizing that and not bringing that into the gym and showing up for my teammates and showing up for my coaches and doing whatever it is that they need me to do that day, and just keeping a consistent attitude and self-regulating my emotions or whatever it is that I'm going through. Something that I bring to the team outside of the gym is support. I want to be that person that everyone feels like they can come to if they're going through something, or just like talk it out, or even just not even talk about it and just hang out and get their minds off of it. I feel like I'm someone that's very reliable whenever it comes to those circumstances. This season, I see us being as super successful. We're willing to put the work in every single day, and we hold each other accountable and don't settle for less than what we know we're capable of. And I think it's really going to pay off for us once we get into meet season and once we get into those postseason meets, that we're able to focus on those little details. I only train the balance beam, so I feel the most confident on beam, but whenever I used to train every other event, I definitely struggled the most with bars. I had lots of mental blocks and I had a hard time becoming consistent. Whenever I'm having a really tough training day or just struggling on a specific skill and it's not clicking, I really try to remind myself that I have to go through the bad in order to get to the good. I mean, sometimes things are not going to come that easy. Oftentimes they're not in gymnastics. The biggest challenge in my collegiate gymnastics career was breaking into a beam lineup. I had gone 3 years without ever making it into a lineup, but I honestly just kept my head up, kept working hard because I knew that it was going to serve me in the future somehow or some way. And last year I was able to finally compete in the beam lineup, so that was super exciting. I don't think I really have a specific song or playlist that I listen to before meets, but last year I really liked to listen to TV Off by Kendrick Lamar. And then sometimes I even just play random like motivational speeches just to get myself hyped up a little bit. What I love most about gymnastics is the character that it builds while doing it. When you start from a really young age, you have to be very disciplined to be successful in this sport, and I think it's something that serves people well in the future in their lives. And then the other parts of that is just being a part of a team. Everyone is going through the same thing at the same time, and you're always able to rely on your teammates for support, and they're pushing you to be a better person day in and day out. And that's something that I really love about being a part of a team and being a gymnast. My biggest goal for this year is to contribute to the team in any way that I can to help us reach our goals. And then for my future career, my biggest goal is to become a financial advisor. One quote or phrase that I live by is, at the end of the day will end. I've said this to a lot of my teammates. I've said it to myself. It can be taken in two different ways. One of them being, oh my gosh, today is like a struggle. I'm barely getting through the day. Like, it's tough times out here. And then just reminding yourself, like, at the end of the day's gonna end. You're gonna get through it. A new day will come. And then the other way I think about it is like, wow, like, you're in a great moment and you're just able to appreciate that and be like, at the end of the day's gonna end. Like, this moment is gonna end. So, like, I really just want to stay here and be present and appreciate the moment that I'm in. The biggest lesson that gymnastics has taught me is to persevere through times of uncertainty. There's a lot of times in gymnastics where your expectations of yourself don't always meet what the outcome was, and that can be very upsetting. But whenever you're able to just continue to work hard and not focus on the bad and focus on what you're going to do next to get to where you want to be, it might take 1 year, it might take 5 years. But whenever you're able to just focus on the process to get to wherever it is that you want to be, and you don't really know what the outcome is going to be, it definitely makes you mentally stronger and it makes you a better gymnast. But it also sets you up for your future life, because not everything in life is going to be certain, and you still have to work hard to get to where you want to be. And so once you get to the point where you finally accomplish whatever it is that you were working for, and you just didn't know the time frame in which you were going to achieve it, you're able to look back on the times of uncertainty and where you persevered and feel extra grateful for it, because that's what led you up to the success that you were having in that day and in that moment. And you didn't know it then, but during those tough times, you were always investing in your future. I think a message that I would write out for all gymnasts to see is, it doesn't have to be the perfect moment. You have to take the moment and make it perfect. And this is just very applicable to gymnastics, because each term is going to be different every single time. Like, we're trying to be consistent and we're trying to make it quote unquote perfect every time, but there's going to be something different every time. It's just how you're going to adapt to it. And there's always going to be a way to find an excuse, like, oh, the lighting is weird. Oh, it's a different equipment. But you have to just like take that moment and make it the perfect moment for you, and just be adaptable. Thank you for listening to this episode of Built to Win. I hope that my story gave you some sort of takeaway, whether it be motivation, perspective, or even gave you a spark to push just a little bit harder. If you enjoyed this episode, please follow Built to Win podcast and share with someone that you know loves the grind as much as we do. Keep chasing your dreams, and remember that you are built to win. Go Tigers!